Do you know who is the most famous Belgian on the planet? Some of you might say Jean-Claude Van Damme, while others would confidently claim that it is undoubtedly Jacques Brel. But in reality, it is currently a completely different artist who is making waves worldwide. His name is Stromae. This multifaceted singer has indeed become a true celebrity thanks to the hit Alors on Dance, a song that took the world by storm in less than 80 days. Stromae has changed a lot since 2010 and has now become a wealthy artist who earns colossal profits. His total net worth is estimated to be in the millions of dollars. With a rather discreet and diligent nature, the Belgian singer navigates his life far away from paparazzi and media noise. However, it's undeniable that with such a fortune, Stromae must surely lead a life of luxury and extravagance befitting his bank account. So get yourself comfortable because today we're going to show you how Stromae spends these millions. Don't forget to click here to subscribe if you enjoy this video and enable all notifications so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Alright, let's get started. Before becoming one of the most accomplished and famous artists of his generation, Stromae was a young boy with a lanky appearance, a sad look in his eye, and a shattered destiny. His real name is Paul van Haver, and he was born on March 12, 1985, in Etterbeek, in the Brussels capital region of Belgium. He is the product of the union between Pierre Routard, a Rwandan architect settled in Kigali, and Miranda, a Belgian citizen from the Flemish region. The young boy grew up in a family of 5 siblings, marked by the blatant absence of his father. His father used to make frequent trips between Kigali and Brussels, but these visits became increasingly rare. Paul and his siblings were raised by their mother, who had to go to great lengths to provide for their education and livelihood, a challenging task considering the father's minimal financial contributions. However, thousands of kilometers away in Belgium, the young boy had no idea about the extent of his losses. At the age of just 9, when the tragic events unfolded, he was more inclined to watch cartoons on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon than the shocking images of the massacres that were repeatedly shown on news channels. His mother had been informed of her husband's tragic death, but she decided not to tell her children to spare them from trauma. It was only when Paul celebrated his 12th birthday that his mother finally revealed the sad news, believing it was time for him to know the truth, and because she couldn't bear lying to her children about their father's prolonged absence anymore. Paul accepted the fact that he would grow up without his father's presence, a theme that would later resonate in one of his beautiful songs. Regarding his musical interests, the young man was drawn to music from a young age, particularly the Congolese music that his father used to listen to, with its captivating and smooth melodies. He also enjoyed various genres of music, as long as their melodies resonated favorably with him. At the age of 11, he took the initiative to enroll himself in the Music Academy of Yete to learn solfège and drums. Alongside his musical pursuits, the young boy continued his schooling at the Sacred Heart School in Yete, where he was seen as a studious and well-behaved student. Later, he attended the Jesuit boarding school in Godina at the behest of his mother, who wanted him to receive a good Christian education. Despite the austerity of the boarding school, the young boy continued to pursue his passion for music wholeheartedly. He had decided to become a rapper and was determined to succeed. In the year 2000, the young man chose the stage name Hobbs Maestro and immersed himself in the world of hip-hop. He later formed the duo Suspicion with rapper Jedi, and they quickly gained recognition at the local level. However, the duo eventually disbanded shortly thereafter, and Paul had to continue his trajectory in the rap scene as a solo artist. During this time, he decided to change his stage name to Stromae, which is simply Maestro spelled backward. His cavernous flow and deep voice quickly made him known in the Belgian rap and underground scene. From there, the young artist had numerous performances on stage. Stromae also cultivated another passion for cinema and aspired to enroll in one of the prestigious film schools. Unfortunately, the cost of enrollment was high, and his meager savings were far from sufficient. He invested his savings in music instead and released his first album in 2008. The label Because Music took him under its wing, and Stromae composed songs that became hugely successful. The young artist proved to have a genuine musical talent, both as a composer and an interpreter, just waiting to burst into the spotlight. This eventually happened in 2010 with the release of his single Alors on Dance. Within a few weeks, the song's success became almost worldwide, and Stromae became one of the most famous artists in the world. We'll see if you were right before the end of this video. Let's continue. The success of Stromae's song propelled him to become the new Belgian icon of French-speaking music. Following in the footsteps of illustrious predecessors like Jacques Brel or Johnny Hallyday, the young artist then followed up with other successful songs like Papau Tai or Formidable, whose music video garnered over 3 million views on YouTube just 3 days after its release. Stromae, unsurprisingly, became one of the most popular singers on the planet, and his fame transcended French-speaking borders, reaching as far as the United States, where he has a substantial fan base. He even has a puppet representation on the famous satirical show Guignol de l'Info, and an authentic wax statue at the Musée Grévin in Paris. However, fame eventually got to the head of the young Belgian artist, who would have liked to leave it all behind and live in a quiet corner far from the tumult of the showbiz world. Nevertheless, he embarked on a world tour that took him to Asia and even Africa, where the young musician reconnected with the land of his ancestors in perfect harmony. But while Africa provided him with moral fulfillment, it had a detrimental effect on his physical well-being. Stromae suffered serious health issues due to the side effects of the anti-malarial drug Lariam, known to cause severe neurological and psychiatric disorders. He experienced psychological decompensation, paranoia, and suicidal thoughts. Only with the help of his younger brother, Luke Jr. Tam, whom he is very close to, did Stromae manage to endure this ordeal. He emerged stronger from it, as the saying goes, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." However, Stromae no longer had the desire to return to the stage, at least not for a significant amount of time. Yet, the young artist was not idle. He decided to focus on his own music label, Mosairt, which he co-founded with his brother Luke. He used his talent as a producer to support recognized artists like Dices La Peste, Orelsan, Vita Caballero, and even the controversial young rapper MHD. With such clients, Stromae's production company undoubtedly flourished, and the profits they accumulated amounted to tens of millions of euros. The 38-year-old singer is undeniably a savvy businessman who knows how to make money work for him. His current net worth is estimated to be between 5 and 12 million euros, with some more optimistic estimates reaching 96 million euros. Apart from the substantial earnings from record sales and concerts, Stromae can also rely on commercial partnerships and various financial projects that yield significant returns. He owns his clothing brand, which sells exceptionally well and brings in substantial profits. He also has a contract with the prestigious car manufacturer Mini, which even launched a Stromae-inspired Mini model starting at 41,000 euros. There are also rumors that Stromae owns a chain of restaurants and a football team in Brussels, although these claims are difficult to verify. The artist himself remains discreet about his business ventures. What can be said is that he possesses a keen business sense and manages his wealth masterfully. Thus, his fortune continues to grow, especially since his grand return to the music scene, as record labels are willing to offer him substantial signing bonuses. However, the question that arises at this stage is, how does such a famous yet discreet singer spend his fortune? The answer might surprise you because it's far from what you would expect. The performer of Formidable is far from leading a lavish lifestyle like a czar or emperor. Instead, he prefers a humble existence as a regular Brussels citizen, spending time with his close-knit family away from the limelight and the lenses of paparazzi. He could have filled his garage with luxurious cars, but he prefers to drive an old Fiat. There's no talk of yachts or private jets because Stromae is not as materialistic as others in the rap scene. While he enjoys going on vacations with his family, he prefers sailing on a sailboat, and even then, it's often a rented one. Even his fashion choices remain modest, avoiding flashy and extravagant attire. Stromae doesn't adorn himself with large jewelry like other rappers, so you'll never see him wearing heavy gold chains or diamond-studded accessories. The only indulgence he might allow himself is a watch, but even then, he doesn't seek out grand luxuries. He opts for a quality timepiece with a good price-performance ratio. In summary, Stromae is not the flamboyant type attached to luxury and excess, unlike other rappers of his caliber. And that's a good thing. Now, we'd like to hear from you. In the comments, let us know what you think about Stromae's extraordinary journey. Don't forget to subscribe and click here to watch another one of our videos.